Okay, we ended up last time where the Son of Man comes and everyone sees him and they'll mourn. They'll cry and weep. I think this is probably the end of time. And they shall see the Son of Man come in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall, now this is a new part, and he shall send his angels with a, whoa, this one just dropped here, this little girl. She's just stunned at the power of God. No, I'm just, whoa, okay, you just lie down right here. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. And so basically, I think there's two major comings of Jesus, two visible ones. One, when he already came 2,000 years ago, and then two, when he comes back the second time. Now, there's an invisible one, I believe, that happened 2,000 years ago after he was born, after he raised from the dead, and then 70 years in there, at 70 AD, basically. Or actually at 66 AD, where he's coming invisibly through and using the Roman armies there. So I think there's two visible ones, and then there's an invisible in between. But there's two visible ones. Now, most of the church today, they believe there's that he already came then. The second coming is when he comes back and raptures the church, and there's a 7-year period called the tribulation and all. And then he snatches away the Christian and all, and then he comes back again, third time. I don't think that's, for me, I could be wrong. I don't think it's really in the Bible. I don't think that's what it says. I think there's two comings. One, he did it as a human, right here when he was a human, and the second time is when he comes back in glory. I'm talking about the visible comings. Of course, in one sense, Jesus is always coming in because he came into my heart, he came into my life. There's millions of, in a sense, of comings of Jesus. But what I'm talking about, two visible. One is when he was a human, when he was a little baby, a little boy. And that one, definitely, what a difference between the two. The first coming when Jesus Christ came and he became a little baby, we'll call it his coming in humiliation. He's laid in a manger and he grows up as a little boy, and then the people reject him, the scribes and Pharisees especially, and then he's put on a cross. He's rejected, put on a cross. He was buried, rose again. So that's his first coming. The second coming is yet to come, the visible one, and that's when he comes in his glory here. And this is what this passage could be really referring to, and probably is, and that is when he comes with great power and great glory. And that's when he comes as King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and he really comes most likely on a literal horse, and just powerfully, and every eye shall see him. And not every eye saw him, see, when he was human, but in this one, he's going to be visible, big time. And he's going to show himself as the awesome God of the universe. Okay, so that coming is yet to come. But this passage right here is answer to the questions of, when will these things be, and what shall be the sign of your coming? He says that the angels, at that time, I think the angels, I only have two drawn here, and they're not that good, but they come with a sound of a great trumpet, or a great trumpet sound, like a huge blasting trumpet. And trumpets in the Bible are used in various ways. There's a shofar, and then there's also this type of trumpet right here, if you can see this thing here. This is a trumpet like this. Some can be shorter, like this, smaller, like that, when a blowing of the trumpet here. And some can be really long ones, like this, if I could show you, like, I don't know if you can see this, how long this is. I'll put it right back here. Whoa, like this. All right, so there's that trumpet, and trumpets in the Bible are used for various things. It's an assembly, like a call to an assembly, which is what this is. When he said, and he shall gather the elect. And there's a trumpet sound, probably the last trumpet, which is what Paul mentioned. It's mentioned in 1 Corinthians and also 1 Thessalonians, 1 Corinthians 15, also 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. And there's a last trumpet. There's 7 trumpets in the book of Revelation, by the way, so I believe this is the last trumpet that sound. But in the Old Testament, the trumpet was used to gather people, like doo, or woo, like this, and then also it could be, and that's usually a softer sound to assembly. And there's a loud one, a really blasting one, which this sounds like this great trumpet sound. Could be this one, and it's a time of war. If you're blowing a trumpet and you're going to war, you're gathering your people to go to fight. It's a war trumpet sound. Another one was a trumpet that happened every month at the first of the month. Another one was the festivals, all the 7 festivals and feasts. There was a trumpet sound. There's a trumpet sound for worship, a call to worship, and also maybe even during worship. It's like we have a trumpet sound in orchestras and all. So there's a whole lot of different meanings, uses of the trumpet. But here these angels are blasting the trumpet, at least one trumpet. I probably shouldn't have done 2 trumpets. And then it says, they shall gather the elect, there's the earth from all the 4 winds. And that's a symbolic way of saying, like, the winds from the north, east, west, south is where winds stir up. So north, east, west, south is where Jesus says he will gather, the angels are sent out to gather all the elect. My opinion right there, it's the elect are the Christians. It could be, the Jewish people, because they were the first chosen. But here we have all this human beings here, a bunch of them. And so the ones that I'm going to choose to actually elect here are the red ones, because they're washed in the blood of Jesus. She will not stand. So the angels collect all the red ones, as this little baby, even because of the family giving their lives to God. That family and that little baby's rising. So the elect are being taken away from the others. See, all these are the elect. These are the ones who are being gathered. The chosen, the word elect means to be chosen. And so these people all responded to the gospel right here. This little boy and this little girl, they all gave their lives to Jesus, and because of that, they're covered in the blood of Jesus, so to speak. And then the rest of them are going to be, this is for judgment. They're reserved for judgment. And they've set their hearts away from God, and they don't seek the Lord, and they don't know the Lord, and they don't pray, they don't go to church, they don't read the Bible, they don't really obey Him. They're doing their own thing. And at that point, unfortunately, is when the judgment comes down. And that's when God's going to destroy His enemies and all. It's really super sad. There it is. But He gathered the elect there. That's that verse in the Bible. So He's going to go to the north, east, west, south, all around the world, and gather all His elect. And so are you elect? Have you been elected? Are you chosen? Have you given your life to Christ? Have you submitted yourself to Jesus Christ? That means if you said, yes, sir, I give my life to you. Have you joined the family of God? Have you joined the armies of God against evil? Have you given your heart to Christ? If you've done that, you're the elect, and God will save you, and He'll gather you first unto Himself. All right, thanks for listening. God bless you.